Hey guys, Mr. Zarn here. I'm here to give you a break for Mrs. Zarn for a few minutes. Many of you may know that I'm a computer programmer as well as a YouTuber, and we're going to use those two things to try to calculate how many subscribers I might have on YouTube a certain number of days from now. So, in order to do that, we're going to use concepts like variables and functions. So there's a lot of ways you could calculate something like this, but we're going to use three pieces of information. Number one, we're going to need to know how many subscribers I had a year from today, so last year. So we'll call it subs last year. So we're going to have to figure out what that is. Then we're going to have to figure out how many subs I have today. And then we're going to have a variable that represents how many days from now we'd like to know, how many subscribers I will have this many days from now. So let's find these values, subs last year and subs today. So subs today is easy. I'll just switch over to Google Chrome. You can see 757. So we'll go enter that in right here. Subs last year will be a little trickier, but in this Google Analytics or YouTube Analytics, you can see in the last year, this is how many subscribers I have gained, 597. But that doesn't tell us how many subscribers I had a year ago. So in order to do that, we just have to subtract that number from the number I have today. So 757 minus 597, right? So let me just comment these out actually. So 160, right? So 160. And then days from now, it really could be anything depending on what you want to find out. We'll just call it 100 for now. But we're going to use these values to calculate how many subs I might have in a certain number of days from now using a function. So you've dealt with functions before, but a way to do that with a computer program is to write a specific function. We'll call it calculate subs, and this function is going to take in some values, some variables. It's first going to take in subs last year, and that has a type of double. That just means this number can be a decimal or an integer. Subs today, that's also going to be a double, and days from now is a double. And this function is going to return a double, so it's going to give us an answer in the form of a double or like a decimal or integer value. So the first step, we're going to have to calculate the average number of subs that I've gotten per day in the last year. So let's calculate that. Average subs per day. So Mrs. Zarn, go ahead and pause the video and ask how you might calculate this with the given information. So in order to get that, we'll go subs today minus subs last year divided by 365. So this is how many subs I've gotten in the last year divided by 365. That's number of subs per day. And now we're ready to actually return our answer. So if we go subs today plus the average subs per day times, what would it be? The days from now value. So that's going to give us the number of subs that I have today plus an average number of subs per day times the number of days from now. So that should give us how many subs I'll have in that many days. So let's go and actually use this function. So if we actually just go calculate subs, and we're going to input some variables, okay? So the variables we're going to use are what we figured out earlier. So subs last year is going to be 160. Subs today is 757. And we want to know how many subs I'll have 100 days from now. Let's see if this works. Oh, look at that. It's saying 920 subs in 100 days. Let's see what it would be if we put in 120. 953. Let's try and figure out when I'll have 1,000. 140. 145? About 150. Oh, there we go. 1,002. So there you go, guys. This is great because now you can use this function for anybody who has different values for subs last year, subs today, and how many days they want to know. So this function takes in these variables. They could be anything that you want and gives you an answer of something that you're interested about knowing. So that's how you can use variables and functions to calculate something in the real world.